What's the deal? It's the boy Dwayne McClain at Dwayne McClain TV. Back again, the black tee, it's a little wrinkly. And I got the baby chains out, y'all. These were here the smallest chains on YouTube. Ain't gonna find no smaller chains than this. Baby chains all day. Until I get a little more money, I might get some bigger ones. Shouts out to all the new subscribers to the channel. Shouts out to everybody subscribing. Shouts out to the ladies coming in. Did not think females were even into this Illuminati conspiracy stuff. I really think that is very amazing. You know, hopefully now, and it gives me hope that maybe one day I could finally find my wife, that we can sit up and break down these conspiracies and wear aluminum foil hats together and have Illuminati, you know, relations. You know what I'm saying? And today I'm giving you guys a video on the LGBTQ agenda. This video comes from a subscriber. Their name is Marietta Henderson. Shouts out to that subscriber. I hope I said your name correctly. You asked me to do this. First thing, I want to shout out a few pages, a few channels. Go follow OG Scotty Blinks, OGSCOTTY BLYNX, the number 2. Go follow him. Go follow the Mike Drop Podcast, MIC Drop Podcast. And if I mess it up, please put it in the comments. And I forgot, man, my other boy, man, he just posted something. It's a meditation guy. I'm going to get you on my next one, man. I got to write it down. I'm going to get you on my next video. But let's get on to the information. First thing and foremost, let's drop down and say, how do we know that there's an agenda? There's an agenda by how hard they're pushing it, okay? What I mean by how hard they're pushing it, they are putting in. They just got a guy who was from that community on Sesame Street in full gown and dress. If you say anything negative about it, you can lose your entire life. Big companies are starting to roll with it, and they're just gonna, hey, like Chick-fil-A now is, I think they're breaking down some for them. Who else? How else can I put it? It's always on the news. It's always making stories. I never knew that they were discriminated against personally. Like, I always had jobs where there was people from that community there working, you know. They got the right to get married. I don't see where all the fuss is coming from. But there is an agenda by how hard they push it and put it in every form of media. Like on video games, you got to have the, you know, quote unquote, 2 females dating now. You got to have the 2 males dating now. And it's always on TV. And the show Empire pushed it very hard. And it seems like these shows are not getting greenlit unless they put that stuff in. So that's how you know that there's an agenda. And that there's a particular reason why they're doing it, okay? Now that we got that out of the way, that we know that there's an agenda, is there another thing I'm missing out? Oh, yeah, let me talk about the kids, man. You see how Gabrielle Union's doing with her son and how they pushing that stuff out? It's really crazy, man. Now, let's go to the reason for the agenda. The main reason, end all be all for the agenda is to cause confusion and separation and to low-key bring in transhumanism. Now, transhumanism is where we link our bodies to computers, or our minds to computers, and we can become whatever we want. You can become an android. You put your consciousness in it. You become an android. You can be your own new sex, whatever. You notice there was an artificial intelligence robot that became a citizen somewhere, I think it's Afghanistan, y'all. I freestyle a lot of these videos. I just turn the camera on and go. And they became a citizen. A robot became a citizen. And it looks like a female, but it's not a female. It can choose its own sex. Y'all see, that stuff is slowly lubing your mind up for what's coming in the future, to where maybe 50, 60 years from now, and you can be able to choose what you want to be. And like I always tell y'all in my videos, I'm not worried about me, people in my age demographic, or maybe somebody from the age 25 and up, even 21. They want people from the ages of 3 months, we'll just say 3 months fresh out the womb, all the way till 18. And those are the minds who they're trying to corrupt and plant these little seeds in, because they're going to be the ones to bring on the next future generations. Okay? So that's how they're going to be trying to bring in transhumanism. So where you can pick your own sex. You're not worried about what type of sex they are. You can be either, hey, you know how some people say, hey, I'm binary. That sounds like some robot stuff. You know, when you're doing IT, I try to take up IT a while. I'm actually still studying for it. Y'all wish me luck. That exam coming up. Woo, that bad boy is hard. I took it one time, I failed it. But when you're breaking down IT and you're breaking down computer code, you break it down in binary coding where the 1 and 0s. So when you look at somebody and they say, I don't have a sex, I'm binary, that is slowly what it's going to be in the future when people are linked to robots. If you see how the video games, what was that? I think it was called something Detroit or something is on PlayStation. I gotta turn my daggone sound off. That's gonna mess up my video. Let me turn that sound off. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna mess up my video. Anyways, so that's how it's gonna bring on transhumanism, by slowly planting the seed. Like I said, guys, this plan is 200 to 300 years from now, 100 years from now. They are not in a rush. These are the most patient individuals in the world. Billionaires always will tell you, patience is the key to success. These guys are not in a rush. Rothschild has been trying to take over the world since like the 1500s. You know, I know it was a long time ago where he started funding wars. And the Rothschilds been basically having this strategic plan on taking over the world. As they have a kid, they tell them what's going to happen, the next, and so on and so forth. So they've been implementing this plan for years. And now we got to the point where we can upload our consciousness and our bodies and minds. And we're also dealing with the reptiles who live forever, who just take different forms. These people have plans that can go on for hundreds of years. They slowly want to take over the world without a fight. So basically, we're going to end up giving up all our rights and all our rights and our freedom to these people willingly without knowing. All right, that leads on to the next one, separation and anger. All right, so now you have, of course, the Christians, everybody in religion. You're going to have the people who are in that community. You can have the people who are in the middle. Everybody's going against each other and everybody's arguing about something that really makes no sense. You know, why do you care what another grown-up is doing? Now, I can see where the argument's coming in at when they are pushing it on kids. Now, that's where I get upset about. You know, I learned about sex pretty early, but it was heterosexual sex. And I didn't know about no male on male or female on female sex until I was like, you know, of course, a teenager, where I knew that's what they were doing, you know, the aspect and the details, you know, like from word of mouth, not visually. So we got young children who have to learn about two males dating each other, two females dating each other, and they're pushing it on them. And here's the thing with kids. You can plant ideas in their head and get them to like things that they don't even like, but they just like it because it's the norm. You know, think about when you was a kid and there was a trend and you picked up on that trend and you did it because it was the norm. What if in the future, which I tell people, our sons might be bringing boys home and it's going to be cool. Like our sons could be bringing a female that used to be a male home, and it's going to be cool. You know, people like my generation will be outraged, but that's going to be the norm, you know. And they're planting these ideas in these kids' heads so they can follow it. They can pick up on it. They can be more about it. If you tell a kid, like, okay, right now, I'll give you an example. I raised my son to not play with girl toys, okay? Say I raised him to play with doll babies from the time he was 1 to the time now, like, hey, it's okay to play with doll babies, okay to do this, okay to do that. By the time he's 9, 10, he's going to look at it like it's fun. Like right now, my son doesn't play with his sister because he's like, hey, I don't want to play with girl toys. And she like, hey, I don't want to play with boy toys, you know? It's because how I raised them to think like that. What if I started at the very beginning so you can play with every toy you want? So he's going to, by the time he's 8 or 9, which is the age he is at now, he's going to be thinking totally different. You see what I'm saying? He's going to be thinking, hey, I can play with this, I can play with that, I can be whatever I want, all because we planted these seeds in his head, right? Same thing. So now you have somebody, a kid or somebody who probably wouldn't even been interested into that, growing up interested in it now. You know what I'm saying? And when they turn 18, they grow up, they're going to do whatever they want. But if you put something in a child early, they're going to end up, you know, doing it. I'm going to give you guys an example. Most of your adult film stars had something happen to them when they were younger, and it progressed in their life because they never went and got help, and now that's the way they lash out about it. A few of the girls I dated in the past who were very promiscuous always had something going on with them back in the day. There was molestation or something, and that stuff stems from that. So now you have a kid who's 5 or 6, learn about male on male and female on female early, before they even learn about heterosexual stuff. They shouldn't be learning about sex, period. Dating, period. Relationships, period. You know, I don't let my kids even talk about boyfriend and girlfriends. My little girl, she watches a lot of TV, so she talks about her best friend having a boyfriend. But I know that's just kid talk. But I'll shut that stuff down immediately. Let them know, like, hey, y'all don't need it. We're worrying about no boyfriend and girlfriend stuff. All right, that's grown folk stuff. Okay? So now you have a kid who's learned about this stuff early, 5, 6 years old, learn about female on female, you know, same-sex relations, and they grow up into doing it and liking it. And say if you never would have put that in their heads early, you know. So it's also spiritual warfare, right? If you learn about Luciferianism and Satanism, and you learn about the ideologies that they prescribe to anything that's upside down. They basically want to flip everything that's against nature. And like I said, y'all, this human life that we live in is a spiritual battle. So we're going through something spiritually. Okay, this is very spiritual what we're going through. And they want to mess up the spirit. Okay, they want to shake everything up. It's going to slow down reproduction, which that's another agenda they want. Hey, we have more same-sex relations. It's going to slow down reproduction. If we emasculate the male, it's going to be easier for us to take over because the man is the guy who holds up everything. You know what I'm saying? Like if he's emasculated, like you're not going to go to that 6'4" military, hard-strung Navy SEAL guy and run up in his house and take everything. But you go to a guy who's, say, 6'4", but he's very, very feminine, you're going to be like, hey, y'all going to do what the hell we say. Not saying that guys who are on the same, who are in that community are weak. No, not at all. I know some of them guys who will beat the brakes off you. You know what I'm saying? They don't play. But they want to make them as weak as possible. They want to make it as easy as possible, you know. Like I said, they can get it popping to them. Not, like I said, this video is not to offend anybody. So it's a spiritual warfare, and they're trying to make everything upside down. So it's going to slow down reproduction. It's going to emasculate the man, which makes stuff more easier. It's going to cause confusion, and it's going to cause anger, and it's going to unlock different spirits within us, okay? And they want these children to do it so by the end of the future, it's going to be normal, all right? Now, and also it's in I hope people don't know this, but black males have the highest HIV rates in America by double everybody. Go look it up. Black males, say like your average Caucasian male is like 4,500. Black males are like 10,000. So that's the numbers. Very high. That's why you're always seeing us, you know, on TV being represented by that. Okay? So we got the future, the confusion, the spiritual. What else is the LGBT trying to do? I really just feel like, my personal opinion, I feel like it's just a ploy. I feel like it's just there just to have something. I remember we had Black Lives Matter and it was black versus white. Now it's the LGBT and, oh, we got our rights. What are y'all, I'm trying to think, like, what are y'all fighting for? Y'all get jobs? I done had plenty of bosses who fought for that team. Plenty of bosses. My very first job, my boss was, he dated men. My very first boss, never judged him. Hard-working man. I don't see where the argument's coming from. Like, where are the arguments coming from? Are they saying because y'all can get married? People serve y'all. If I had a restaurant, bring them in. You know, like I said, my only issue with this topic is the fact they put it on kids, and kids don't need to even be learning about relationships. Not until they 15, 14, they can understand relationships for. A relationship is for building, starting families, and connecting with somebody on a physical, emotional level. You're 5. What do you even care? What do you even care who you like or what you like or you like? Boy, why are you even worried about that at 5? You know? Like I said earlier in the video, if you get a 5-year-old and put lipstick and makeup on him at 5, 7 years old, 4 years old, and continue to do it, by the time he's grown, he's going to be thinking it's normal. You know, don't get me wrong, he can still have time to change his mind. But like I say, let these kids be kids and let them grow up and choose their own path. You know? It's not cool. That's my only issue with this thing. I don't even know what they're fighting for. Like I said, I think it's just something, a ploy there. It's just to cause noise, just to keep us divided up. You know? Soon, I'm pretty sure they're going to usher in something soon with the Hispanics. Because they're coming in, they're flooding in, and they already started that. I think that's going to be the next one. Let immigrants live, let them stay. It's going to be a movement for immigrants. I guarantee you, Spanish. I guarantee you that's going to be coming. Because they got to keep it separate. And I kind of understood what they mean by acceptance, okay? I know a lot of people, you know, who play for that team who were disowned by their parents, disowned by their communities, talked about they committed suicide, all because they had something going on in them chemically and mentally and physically. You know what I mean by chemical is a chemical imbalance. And they were not in control of it most of the time, you know. I do believe that some of them are born that way, and I do believe that some of them were touched. I can't think every last single one of them, something happened in their childhood. Like, we even had some cousins, we like, oh, he gonna grow up and be, you know. But, so I understand what they mean by acceptance, okay? But you don't have to put it on kids, you know. And the way they're going about it, there's a more mature way of speaking to them. You don't have to have a whole man dressed like a woman stripping in front of kids reading to them as a way, a form of acceptance. That's not a way to do that. Long, mature talks saying don't judge anybody, no matter what they are. Don't pick on people. It can be solved just like that. Like how I tell my kids, don't talk about people. Be kind to everyone, respectful to everyone. You know, that's the way to solve that. This way they're going about it, like I said, is just pushing it hard, and it's also making it easier for grown. And I really think another reason why I think it is for the pedophiles. I like saying pedophiles because that's how people from Great Britain say it. But pedophiles, I like saying pedophiles. David Icke had me saying that. I wish I could speak like that from people from London. But it's for them as well. Because now, look at that. Remember that little boy who was at the bar dancing on the bar? And he was dancing? Remember that? Imagine that was a little girl. That wouldn't be happening. People was cheering that on. These pedophiles are running rampant with this stuff, and they love it. You know, this is what they always wanted. You know, it's going to be fun for them, and they're going to be slowly bringing it in. You seen that man came out and said in his mind, he thinks he's an 8-year-old boy in his mind. You seen that mess? But I really do think that that's their agenda, and I really hope that answers a lot of people's questions. If y'all have any more questions on this topic, please fill me in. Comment in the comment section below. I can do a part 2. I don't mind doing sequels. Got the J. Cole video breakdown coming. I got the long-awaited Jay-Z Illuminati part 2 coming. I'm working on both of them as we speak. I'm basically just in my mind playing how I'm gonna deliver it, okay? Because delivery is the #1 important thing with this YouTube stuff, all right? So if you have any comments or any ideas you want me to speak on, drop it in the comment section below. If you disagree with anything that I said in this video, drop it in the comment section below. That's what it's for. But yeah, it's going to conclude the video, man. And with this video, I was not trying to offend anybody. You know what I'm saying? I respect every individual on this planet. All I said was I don't like how it's being forced on children. Children do not need to be learning about relationships, period. You know? They don't even need to be worrying about what they want to be and all that. No, man. No. We got to have some type of discipline for these kids so they don't grow up running around rampant. That do what thou wilt mindset is really bad for the world. And that's what these Luciferians is putting on us. Do what you want in life. You got to have limitations. But that's going to conclude the video. It's the boy, duanepatrickmclean. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And like I said, if you want anything else in the bottom, if you want me to talk on anything else, please drop it in the comment section. Everybody be out. God bless. Be safe.